Let's talk a little bit, if we can, about the horse race, Governor. According to the latest polls, you're running a somewhat distant fourth in Florida, which is winner take all. So why waste your time and money in Florida? Why not focus on states that you might have a better chance in, such as Super Tuesday?
We are spending some time in the Super Tuesday states. We also are doing quite well in those states. If you look at our numbers in Alabama, or Georgia, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, we're going to have a good day on Super Tuesday.
Yeah, let me just interrupt you for a second, if I can, and let's put up a map we have of what's called the so-called Southern strategy of Mike Huckabee, and this is 7 states, border states and southern states. Those are where you're going to be focusing on Super Tuesday, but aren't you going to get swamped if you're focusing on those states and not competing actively in New York, New Jersey, Illinois, and California?
You know, a lot of polls I've seen were second in California. We probably aren't going to win New York, although, you know, we've been in some states where we didn't win. But you know what, Chris, people are forgetting I'm second in delegate count. And the last polls that came out this week that were the Wall Street Journal, NBC polls had me second nationally, a pretty strong second, in fact, significantly ahead of Mitt Romney and Rudy Giuliani. So when people say, you know, how come you're not doing well in, I say, wait a minute, back up and look at this. This is a national election. And at the national level, I'm doing quite well. And particularly if you look at the fact that we're doing it with volunteers, we're doing it with people who go to MikeHuckabee.com, meet each other in these meetup groups. In all 50 states, there are people who are gathering on their own, they're buying their own materials, their own yard signs. We have hundreds and hundreds of truck drivers who are putting magnetic signs on their trucks, driving across America campaigning for us. It's a pretty remarkable story, and it's being driven not by, you know, a handful of folks writing big checks. It's being driven by ordinary people like the janitor I met last night in Birmingham, Alabama, who has a wife who's disabled. He's giving us $20 a month because he's just convinced that I'm the kind of person who will represent him and his family, and I think that's the remarkable story of our campaign.